No.
I know.
Yeah, thanks very much for the tips.
Nice to meet you, James. See you again.
Yeah, and you. See you soon. Yeah, thank you. Good chatting.
Thank you. I've started it.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us today at Prestbury Travel Cruise Show.
Sorry, it's not
I am here in a minute, so you can be seen on the camera.
Oh, right, okay. Back we go.
I need necks on the camera. Yeah. I'm delighted to introduce to you today Katie from Fred Olsen, who is going to tell you everything hopefully you need to know. We are running a little bit tight on time now, so if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to go back with Katie to her desk in the main hall, and she'll be more than happy to help you. But for the meantime,
Thank you. Thank you everyone for coming along to my presentation today. So who's been on a Fred Olsen ship before? Oh, right, if I make any mistakes, just go with it, alright?
And we're going back as well.
In September. So a little bit about us. We predominantly sail from the UK. We are known as the next UK cruise line. We go from Newcastle, Liverpool and Southampton. So Liverpool is that bit more handier than travelling down to Southampton. Yeah. And we're really all about being a smaller cruise line. There's a lot of cruise ships now which are super big cruise lines that sail with 10,000. But if you like those smaller ship cruising that look and feel like a ship, then we're a good choice for that. And we don't sail with more than 1,400. One of our ships, Borealis, is adults only, but to be honest, the other two ships, we probably have about 10 to 15 children per cruise, so it's not that much at all, really. And we've got carefully crafted itineraries. So we've got a team of journey planners that design our itineraries from scratch every year, and we try and get you there at the best time of year to go. So for example, we go to Amsterdam when it's tulip season, we do solar eclipse cruises, we go to Scotland when the Up Haliar Festival's on, and I know our South America voyage at the minute is going to Rio when their carnival's on. So really focusing on what time of year to go and when's best for you to visit these destinations. And we've got a very warm and friendly crew. I don't know whether you think the same as well.
Oh, yes.
Hopefully you do.
I told them to go to Specsavers because every day they said, hello, beautiful. We love
Oh, nice.
They knew all our names, they
Yeah.
knew what we drank.
Yeah.
And that was after the first date.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I really do believe that the crew can make a difference on the cruise. If they're warm and friendly and personable, it can make all the difference. So it's one crew member to every two guests, really ensuring that high quality service. And quite often they can remember your previous drinks orders, or they might remember you by the sounds of it as well, so that's good. And lots of onboard experiences. There's always something to do to keep you entertained on those sea days as well. We have theatre shows every night. We have guest speakers come on who talk and specialise in the regions that we're visiting. We have an arts and crafts studio. You've got your spa, your fitness suite. Lots of really nice things that you can get involved with. A cooking auditorium. So you can be as, if you just want to watch the world go by on your balcony or out on the open decks, you can do that. But there's also lots of entertainment going on as well. So our fleet, we consist of 3 ships. Firstly, we've got Boletta. Boletta's our flagship vessel, the smallest in the fleet. She's just in refurbishment at the moment. 690 cabins, and she's named after Fred Olsen's great-grandmother. We are aimed at the British market, but we are a Norwegian cruise line, and it's still very much a family-run business. It's now in the 5th generation of the Fred Olsen family. We have had our older ships lead the fleet, like Blackwatch, Boudica, and it's a very different product now to what it was then. It's really lovely ships. We then have Borealis. Borealis and Boletta are actually identical ships, really. There's a few different things in there, but pretty much identical. So Boletta sails from Liverpool at the moment, but come May 2027, so next year, the ships are repositioning and Borealis will sail from Liverpool. Borealis is the adults only ship. And then we have Balmoral. Bit of a different ship, really, different layout, different feel to the ship. Balmoral sails from Newcastle at the moment. but she also does our Fly Med season, which is from September through to November, so we go that bit later in the year, and we're offering flights from Manchester Airport with Jet2, but you can sail out and then fly back, or vice versa, or get a flight on either side. So we go that later in the year when it's not quite as super hot in these destinations around the Med, and a bit less crowded as well. So a really nice, pleasant time of year to go. Here's a short video.
It's your time now. It's time to satisfy your wanderlust and experience the wonder of our world. Time to throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbour. Catch the trade winds in your sails and explore. Dream. Discover. 175 years ago, three brothers in a small town on the shores of Oslo Fjord in Norway also wrestled with the spirit of adventure. It led the Olsen family to buy their first ships and set about discovering the world. Today, we are proud of how far we've sailed.
We don't do that now.
It's not just in the extraordinary places in every corner of the globe. We take our thousands of treasured guests. It's in how we take them there too. From the moment you throw open your cabin curtains to a beautiful sunrise, or emerge on deck to another stunning vista, everything is geared to make your day exceptional. Our people take great pride in their personal, attentive service where, for our guests, nothing is ever too much. Our ships are big enough to ensure a great variety of rewarding on-board experiences. But small enough that your cruise with us always feels friendly, warm and personal. And our itineraries are designed afresh every year to make sure you see not only the world's most amazing destinations, but at the very best possible times to see them. In Norway, we have a saying, "I det beste selskap." It means in the best of company. It's how we want you to feel from the moment you embark on a Fred Olsen cruise, that you're welcome, valued and looked after. But as well as travelling in the best of company, we want you to know that you're also travelling with the best of companies. Because on a Fred Olsen cruise, 175 years of experience goes into making every single day special. Fred Olsen Cruise Lines, 175 years in every single day.
I'm not biased, but I absolutely love that video. I think it's such a nice video of our product. So just to give you a bit of an insight as to the cabins and suites that we offer. So firstly, you do have your interior cabins. Just to let you know as well of our solo cabins, they're also pretty spacious, to be honest, and they've got double beds, you know, not the single beds as such. So interior cabins, your entry level, you can have double or twin format. All cabins come with climate control, TV, you know, tea and coffee making facilities in there as well. And you know, they're quite spacious, the interior cabins, so maybe if you wanted like the entry level price point, or you don't spend that much time in your cabin, these are a good option. You then have your ocean view cabin. So ocean view starts with your porthole cabins. Again, they come in twin or double bed formats. You can request cabins near the lift, you know, or with a bath, or you know, walk-in shower. There's different options available there. Your next level up is your ocean view picture window, so nice larger window there. We do have superior ocean view cabins, and basically that just means where they are located on the ship. A lot of customers' preferences is midship or a bit further towards the back, so superior is those more midship locations, nothing to do with the cabin size or anything like that. You then have terrace cabins. So just to let you know, on Valletta or Borealis, if you did want a private balcony, you'd have to have a balcony junior suite, so you'd be paying a bit more for that suite. So a terrace cabin is a really good middle price point option. They're located on the promenade deck, on deck 3. They have the sunbeds reserved outside for them, and they're like a mirrored glass, so you can see out but people can't see in. So if you like your morning walks, a lot of people like to do 4 laps around, I think that equals a mile, then it's quite nice if you're happy to watch the world go by. And then you do have your suites as well, so you start off with like your balcony junior suites, and they go all the way up to the Olsen suite. The benefit of a suite is obviously they are more spacious. You'll have priority check-in and canapes delivered to your suite every day, and all the nice little extras, bottle of bubbly, fruit, robes and slippers all put in the room for you as well. So this is new, a couple of changes on board. Borealis has just come out of refit. So on the back of the ship now, they've got like an outdoor Mediterranean style dining experience with a really nice shallow pool there as well. So there's all changes going on to our ships at the moment. Specialty dining has changed as well. You've got your main dining included, so you've got a main restaurant which serves breakfast, lunch or dinner, and that's all served to you. You also have the option of a buffet as well. If you have any dietary requirements, we cater for everything really, so we can just make a note on your booking and speak to the maitre d' on arrival if you wish. But there's a specialty dining option. It's £20 if you book in advance, or £25 when you get on board, so quite reasonable really for that type of experience. And it's got a nice rotating menu, so for 3 nights it'll be a gourmet grill, 3 nights it'll be an Italian, and then an Asian for the last 3 nights. So yeah, really nice menu, and I've seen the dishes and they all look very nice. And that's just what it looks like now. And for solo travellers, we have been awarded the best cruise line for solo travellers now for 2 years running. We have lots of good offers available. A really good time to book is when we launch our cruises. So we're sailing now up to September 2027. When we launch those next set of cruises, the solo cabins have no single supplement on them until they've sold out. So the World Voyage was starting at 11,500, and that was the same for solo travellers. They all sold within 10 minutes, you know, it's so, you know, it's so popular. So yeah, just bear that in mind. And we put solo travellers on the same table for dining, so you're with like-minded people. We have social meetups and strolls, and we have dance hosts on board as well. So yeah, this is our departure ports. Plenty to choose from there, but Liverpool's quite a nice one to go from. Just get the taxi or, you know, train, or, you know, you can park there as well and sail from. So what's included? The prices that you see, they include drinks with lunch and dinner. That's house wines, beers and soft drinks in the buffet area or the main dining room. And gratuities are also included within the price as well as everything that you'd expect, like your fitness classes, you know, shuttle bus services, that type of thing, all included within the price. And just a few examples of some of our popular cruises at the minute. A really nice one to do via cruise is the Scottish Isles. This one's going on the 31st of March for 7 nights from Liverpool. So you call in at Belfast as well. You go sail past Fingal's Cave, and you go to Stornoway and Kirkwall. Maybe you want to do a trip to the Giant's Causeway in Belfast, or Titanic Museum there. Volcanic Vistas at the Azores and Madeira, that's 14th of April for 14 nights going from Liverpool. If you do like the sea days, obviously there is a few more when you go over to the Azores, but you're calling in at Lisbon, Funchal and Madeira, and then Praia de Vitoria and Ponta Delgada. Custard tarts, they're the best things ever in Lisbon. I chose that picture because if you haven't had one, try one. Mountains, islands and the lakes of the Dalmatian coast, that's 28th of April for 24 nights. So if you are doing like your med and you're happy with more sea days, Liverpool, you know, it's quicker to go from Southampton, but that just depends on which departure port you're looking to go from really. So you've got Tangier in there, so you are going to Morocco as well, and then yeah, lots of ports around Montenegro and Dubrovnik there. Montenegro is definitely becoming the new Croatia in a way, isn't it? It's becoming more and more popular and really lovely. As a Norwegian cruise line, we do lots of Norway. So this one's the 18th of August for 9 nights from Liverpool. It takes 2 sea days to get to Norway from Liverpool. If you wanted less sea days, you can go from Newcastle. It's 1 sea day then. But we go really far into the fjords that the bigger ships just can't do. You know, like going into Olsen, you've got Anderson and Olsen there, the coastal ones, but Olden and Skolden there are really far into the fjords, and I do recommend having like a balcony cabin or something for the fjords because it's just so spectacular when you're sailing through those. Our Northern Lights cruises, they run from November through to March, so if you're looking to do those and go as far as into the Arctic Circle like Tromsø and Alta, then we go that over the winter months. This is a trip that you can do from Olden to see the Bristol Glacier. If you do go to Olden, I definitely recommend going out and doing this trip, or you can do skylift trips, it's really nice. Another British Isles one, this is coastlines of the British Isles for 10 nights from Liverpool, but you're doing a bit of Ireland in there as well. You're also going to St Mary's and Portland, so it's a bit more of the, you know, the west side of the UK and going to Ireland as well. And we do British Isles trips, just going round Ireland as well.
Oh yes, they're all here.
Fancy a bit of a getaway over Christmas? Get away from this bad weather? Christmas cruise. This is selling really well actually, just right after Christmas. You got Canary Islands Christmas and Cadiz for New Year for 15 nights on the 21st of December, so this year. Going to all these ports and getting a nice bit of winter sun. That's in Madeira, it's a garden strip, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a trip that you can do. And then you've got your Northern Lights, 14th of March next year for 10 nights going from Newcastle. Yeah, I mean that's going really far into the fjords there. I think Harstad, not a lot of itineraries go that far, so it's a really good one to do. And then Whales and Wonders of Iceland, 10th of August next year for 9 nights. You call in at the Faroe Islands on the way here, which is quite nice to do, and then you've got all your ports around Iceland there. Fly cruising, as I mentioned earlier, that's something that we're now offering each year going forwards from September through to November. We offer those. And just to let you know, these are the journey guides that we send out in the post. So if you're wondering how it all works, you know, once you've booked your cruise, you'll receive one of these A4 booklets all about your cruise in the post, whether you book direct or through an agency. And it details everything about your cruise, all your shore excursions that you can book, when your formal night is. So we have 1 formal night per week. Even tells you who the captain is, so the customers absolutely love this. And then you'll get your luggage labels 2 weeks before your cruise, all sent out to you direct. If you've never been on a Fred Olsen cruise, we have our satisfaction guarantee in place, which means if you book a cruise for 5 nights or more and you get on board and you're really not having a good time, we'll try and resolve it. But if we can't, we would offer to fly you home at our own expense and refund the cost of your cruise. So it just gives you that assurance. I bet you're wondering how many times we've had to do that. Once for a stag do. I don't know who the stag was that decided to book a Fred Olsen cruise, but we're probably not the line for them. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to help you.
Thank you, Katie.
Yes, and we've got the raffle prize as well.
I'm sure you found that all really helpful. Yeah.
Oh, that's there. So what do I do?
Well, all you need to do is number the chairs. So if you can pick a number between 1 to 48, you can see we've got some empty numbers. Yeah, we might have to do it a few times.
Let's go 14.
We've got anyone starting?
Oh, there you
go. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Katie.
Thank you.
For joining us. Thank you.
Could I make one general comment?
Yes.
We've been on some of the bigger ships of the lines, and then we went on Borealis and we thought, what a lovely size of ship.
Yeah,
it's big enough to have all the facilities, but what we didn't have on Borealis, which the bigger ships have in increasing numbers, are what one of our friends call Riff and Raff. A much nicer clientele.
Yeah, it's got that, you know.
And do you know what else I enjoyed on Borealis? Going into the laundry room of the ship and being able to iron the sheets with somebody that was down there. They did a trip. They did a trip around the laundry, the cookhouse, where they store all the stuff. That was a fab
so you
trip.
did behind the scenes.